Do you know what mine comp meine Kampf, my struggle, go. I've been reading some of this sample, but it might be the whole, or maybe it might be a sample. But so far, it's actually had some pretty dang good reading material. Of course, who wants a struggle? No. I don't think, why would you want that? Though, it talks about how France invaded Germany and wanted to make the conflict Bavarian and Austrian provinces. Hitler was captured twice in his early years. He was screwed by Vienna. He published his paintings. It didn't mention that on here yet, but I know that. Just so you know, I don't worship Adolf Hitler. There was the First Reich and the Second Reich. Most people talk about the Third Reich. The word Reich, which is Prussian German form of the Latin word regnum, does not mean kingdom or empire or republic. A Reich is sort of a basic word that may apply to any form of constitution. So the German Constitution. Perhaps the word realm, or the first or second one. Realm would be the best translation for the word. Empire can be used when the First Reich was actually an empire. Then, but it doesn't mean empire. The forerunner of the First German Empire was the Holy Roman Empire, which Charles Mazzini founded in AD 1800. Charles Mazzini was king of the Franks, a group of Germanic tribes that subsequently became Romanized. In the 10th century, 1000s, or Empire, Charlemagne's empire passed into German hands when Otto I, 936-973 AD, became emperor. As the Holy Roman Empire of the German nation is its formal appellation. France invaded under Napoleon almost the entire Germany. I don't like France. I was raised Catholic, though I don't believe in any invasions. And I hear possibilities of Russians and Chinese on the coastals, or Chinese in Texas, so I said, Texans, defend your ass against the Chinese. And I said, the Texans, and I said, I've never been there, though. And the Oregon State, or whatever, and Washington State and California to defend themselves versus the Russians and the Chinese, and to save their ammo. I do like this one guy, Ivan, a former sitcom star and a Russian sitcom star, because of his morals. Ivan said all gangs should burn in ovens. And there's no actual contribution to the future. Like, they have jobs, though they're not really contributional. And I could say this one word or a couple words or whatever. Actually, it'd be hundreds of years, 900 years before that. 936-973 AD. A long time ago, when Otto I became an emperor. As this is not a kingdom, empire, or republic. Regnum. Reich. It's not, when it was temporarily. Otto I became emperor, and there was also William I of Prussia, Germany. As the Holy Roman Empire of the German nation, its former appellation, it continued to exist under the German emperors until Napoleon overran and dismembered Germany during the first, or kings, or just the German king, or whatever, during the first decade of the last century. On August 6, 1806, the last emperor, King Francis II, formally resigned the German crown in Prussia. In the following October, Napoleon entered Berlin in triumphant over the Battle of Jena, and there was mention of Rhineland. In 1933 is generally known as the Third Reich. 1933. Though this expression is not used in Mein Kampf, he does not talk about the Third Reich. Otto I, William I, Francis II. There was a Second German Empire in 1871. After the Franco-Prussian War, the empire, however, did not include the German lands, which remain unknown. Which remain under the Habsburg crown. No, they were known in Germany and Austria. Was Arnold von Bismarck's dream to unite Germany and Austria with the German Empire, but it remained with the German country. Hitler turned into only a dream until Hitler turned it into a reality of Otto von Bismarck and Hitler. Some will say, they think they're different, but actually Otto von Bismarck, Nostradamus and also Stradamus and also Otto von Bismarck envisioned Hitler. In the First Reich, had been a dominant feature of regnum of the German patriotism and statements for the century has been one of Hitler's ideals since his childhood to defend Germany from about the Eastmark and frontier land, Charlemagne, eastern bulwark of the empire, Germano-Celtic tribes, Bajavuri, especially against the Turks when they were against the Turks then, Weltanschauung, Thus Christianity in Germany could be called Weltanschauung, and and Mohammedanism also could be called Weltanschauung, and socialism could be called Weltanschauung, especially in Christianity, and especially preached in Russia. National Socialism claimed to be definitely liberal, to be a Weltanschauung. Das Volk, prominence, it would embrace the whole German peoples. I'm reading this. Volkerstaat, to the People's State of Germany, Socialist Party, and the party was purely Marxist to the Germans, though the Germans were against Marxism. Hitler was under fire when he was against the French. Or he broke a collarbone. He fell, and he was in prison for 13 months, where he wrote most of Mein Kampf. I mean, the French fucking invaded Germany. Fucking the English and the French, fucking occupiers, man. And I gotta say, and I know this doesn't affect the Rudy state, but the Spaniards, and the Mexicans came up to Colorado. I think better than the English and the French or the Dutch. They ain't exactly get it too serious. The German motherland or fatherland, Russian motherland, German fatherland. The people's passion should be in the same rank as what the Reich is, because they're peoples too, and they should have the same compassion. The Reich embraces all the Germans and finds itself unable to ensure the Regnum embraces all the Germans and finds itself unable to assure them all livelihood. Only then can moral right arise from the need of the people to acquire a foreign territory. The plow is in the sword, and the tears of war will produce the daily bread for the generations to come. Fatherland. An enemy. Johannes Palm, a compromising nationalist and the enemy of the French, was put to death here because he was the misfortune to have led Germany really well. Well, fuck the French. What was it gonna be? What was it gonna be called? Fraud Germany? Sense? See? Just Prussia Germany. Like, the French committed crimes. He didn't want any revisions to this book that he wrote because I'm not one of those. Just so you know, I'm not. So he said. I mean, he said it was an imprint of his time. So it can't be changed. It shouldn't be changed. What was in the book, what's in the book. And it actually was pretty well written. Oh, he was the son of a poor cottager, and while still a boy, he grew restless and left home. What he didn't mention is he was molested by a Lois. Shukla. He went to Vienna to learn the trade there. He had 3 gold ocean coins in his pocket. Economic depression. Also, France collapsed. Europe collapsed. And Germany wasn't that great off in terms of economy then. The whole page is a paragraph. Usually 3 paragraphs per page. Paragraphs. Regress. Hitler practiced singing in the choir of the monastery church in Lambach. Singing. What if Hitler was a singer? Early on, he mentioned that the Jewish press some year was against him, and they were exaggerating that word and press, which you don't have a right to press if you're slandering somebody. I mean, like, the press should talk with the person, and they should be fair. Or they should only say the truth and the legitness and the realness of actually what went on. What if Hitler was a singer? What if Hitler was a vocalist? Maybe it's the name. It's his country. It's his cultural name. It's a German. It's an Austrian name. Get over it, man. And even if someone was a chancellor or a commander later, will they listen to him? Or what if he meant excavation? Or Juice. And when, like one time it said like, or so, one time I heard that the Jews are closest to God or have some connection. He was part. No, but when they say chosen, like, well, what tribe are they talking about? There's 12 of them. Or 13. 14. Franco-German War, France, German, Austria, Bavaria. First he was in a Bavarian prison, then he wanted to enlist in the Bavarian army. And then Ludwig, and then the Bismarck Empire. Germans had the good luck to belong to the Bismarck Empire. Why did he say small brain? I think that was like being facetious. Rashiol. Like Monroe Taylor. That one dude. And Arthur. Disputes, or the second time he was captured, or when he was fired upon by basically in a continent or Tories that I don't think it was a civil war, or well, I mean, like the second time he was captured, I mean, like this was like the second raid, or not really, really. I mean, like, why was he fired upon? He wasn't an executor of the camps, if anything. He was a political. He was always in a facility. And he fell and got hurt. And a man from the French invasion of Germany. And this one, it was the 900s or the 1000s. I mean, 1010, or something, whatever year. Even sort of the third one maybe, but the second one. They were starting to fight more. There were some fights in the second one. The so-called maybe First Reich, Regnum. The Germans weren't even fighting at all. The Prussians weren't fighting at all. And after Napoleon, like after he died, I forgot what year, but then French became weak. And even until the last years of Napoleon, the French economy collapsed. I don't like England or France. Sample. I heard he, at one time Mein Kampf was a best-selling book, one time. So, the old Austria was a multinational state. In those days, at least the citizens of the German Empire taken through and through could not understand what the fact meant that everyday life of individuals was such a state. The Regnum, the Constitution Party of Germany, Socialist Party of Germany. Actually, the spelling of Reich, R-E-I-C-H, or R-I-E-E, R-A-E-C-H, Regnum, or Constitution. So actually, like, if you were to have a more, like a German Kulturreich, or Regnum, like a more so, or more so pro-life one, it means constitution, or political maybe. Like, it's not a kingdom, it's not a republic, it's not an empire. The Reich did not want to grow an empire. They were a local, country local constitution. Now, did Hitler write during the first earlier Germany of 52 million? There wasn't 52 million people in Germany. Fuck that. Now, he did write this book. I doubt, that every single word in this book is Hitler's. And he said you're not supposed to edit it. Well, there was a German Empire with Prussia, right? Or Otto von Bismarck. But he even didn't think of it as an empire. Early German Prussia. And Göring was the last chancellor of Prussia. It wasn't really an empire. They had somewhat of a constitution. I should be reading more of this. Eastern Germans had to carry on daily for the preservation of their German language and their German schools and their German character. Okay, so the second Reich. What was it? Or maybe when they were invading France during the supposed First Reich, that they were just ignoring the French, and they're supposedly Catholic. So like it was like an invasion, but like an occupation. But the French, they didn't want to kill anybody, and thank goodness they didn't. A few people, but, or I don't know the numbers. But. In regards of maybe that helped some Catholicism in Germany, though. They had other countries in the Holy Roman Empire. When the Habsburg state crumbled to pieces, it In 1918, the Austrian Germans instinctively raised an outcry from the Union that their German fatherland, that was the voice of anonymous yearning in the hearts of the whole people for peoples who returned to their unforgotten home of their fathers. But such a general yearning could not be explained by such attributing the constant historical training through the individual Austrian Germans had passed. To study history means to search for and discover the forces that are the cause of those results, or causes of those results which appear before our eyes as historical events. The art of reading and studying consists in remembering the essential and forgetting or what you don't forget, forgetting which is not essential. Do you know what that means? Excuse me. Where's it? Excuse more. Did not we as youngsters fully realize that the House of Habsburg could not have love for us Germans of Habsburg? Isn't that German or Austrian or something? Vienna was steadily becoming more and more a non-German city. The imperial house favored the Czechs on every possible occasion. Franz Ferdinand to follow by the very bullets by which himself he had helped to cast. Working from above Germanism in the old Austrian monarchy. Austrian state laid the germ of the World War and also of the final collapse by the Third Reich. Not by the Third Reich, but when the Third Reich was in Germany, and then because of the World War, and also the final collapse of the Austrian state. Suffice to say here that about my book, just as a summary, that in very early years of my youth, I had certain conclusions of which I never abandoned. I became more profoundly convinced of them as the years passed, that they were the dissolution of the Austrian Empire as a permanent condition of the defense of Germany. Further, because of the Austrian Empire, the defense of Germany, for he said, with Germany, for the national feelings is still by the identical dynastic patriotism. Finally, and above all, the House of Habsburg was destined to bring misfortune to the German nation. Habsburg, which is also turned Vlad Tepes's house, Vlad Impaler's house, Draculetti's house, into a fucking museum. And I said, I want this not to happen. I said, my house someday I want to be a monument, or a monument that has my name on it, a big monument, and that's the former president, or whatever number president, and then my name, and stand forever, hopefully, or so. So the Habsburgs came from Romania and Austria, or Austria and then went into Romania. Habsburg. Rothschild, he's Jewish, but it has like a long word, and then Nazi. But a word before that, and that was a Jewish tribe. They are Jews. They called them that because of political disagreement. Well, fuck that. They're Jews. The Nazis are Jews. Some of them are Jews. Rothschilds. And supposedly funded every war in history. Every major war in history. He was a Jewish guy, and someone said, yeah, because he's a Nazi. No, but that's a Jewish tribe. Well, I've heard of also nazimite, right? Or Mike, Mike, and no, but that Mike, they were taught some Christianity. Name Concordia Integritas Industria, Free City of Frankfurt. Oh, you want to know the word? How are you, bro? Frank. Free City of Frankfurt, Holy Roman Empire, which they went to, but originally probably from Israel. One of the tribes, ashkenazi, Jewish. Ashkenazi Jewish. No. Ken Ozzy is Nazi, Ozzy, Ashken Ozzy. That's a Jewish tribe. Ashkenazi. And I think maybe those were the aka and or that one 4-letter word and mites. The Ashkenazis are Jewish. It was Jews versus Jews. It's on YouTube. Don't tell me the Nazis were against the Jews. They were Jews. Jews versus Jews. Jargon worshippers versus jargon worshippers. Even Hitler was admitted on this one video, or this one parody video, that the war was scripted, and that's why he lost, because he was scripted to lose, and it was unfair.